Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Phoenix Spirit. My name is Dendra. I hope you guys are all faring well today. For those of you guys that are returning, welcome back. For those of you guys who are new, thank you for joining us today. I hope you guys all find that this reading will be of somewhat use for the month of October. So we are looking at October's forecast reading. So we're going to see what is coming in for the collective. Please take what resonates and what does not. Just throw it out the window. This is a collective general reading, so I'm just tuning into the overall energy that I'm feeling and picking up on. The first thing that I was tuning into was the sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra, and the heart chakra have been somewhat affected. I would say maybe the last 2 months is what I'm hearing from Spirit, maybe even starting from August from that Lionsgate portal. A lot of shifting and things have been taking place. A lot of lessons, I think, have been coming up, as well as a lot of healing that has been coming up for the collective as well. There is some deep density that is also taking place that is also kind of bringing us down for some. When I'm feeling, these sacral chakras, some are not maybe dealing with the emotions that you're guided to. A lot of us would like not to go into a depressive state or not going into a sad state. Sometimes we need to go through the dark and despair to find the light. Sometimes we need to go through the sadness, the rage, the anger, whatever we're going through in order for us to find out what it is that we're truly angry about. And so I say this to honor your emotions and the waves that they come, because that is how the healing takes place. The last part of the healing is yourself. So as we move through healing, as we move through forgiveness, and we go through honoring our feelings, we move through, okay, we may forgive other people, we may forgive situations, but the hardest part is remembering to forgive yourself. So this month, it is about forgiving yourself. It is about honoring your emotions and stepping back into your power, feeling more of your authentic truth, your core. You have been going through a transformation since that Lionsgate portal took place. A lot of us have been shifting and moving, and things have been internally taking place inside of us, and some have been feeling lost in the shuffle of things. So if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling in the dark, if you're feeling like there's not a light at the end of the tunnel, I'm here to tell you that this month you will see it. Okay? There is a little bit part of this journey that we have to go through, and that is about forgiving yourself. It is about forgiving and allowing the healing to take place, holding yourself in compassion. There are things in life that we may do or say to other people that could have affected them, could have hurt their feelings, could have, ruined relationships or whatever, but you still need to forgive yourself. You're still growing, you're still learning, you're still evolving, okay? So the chakras that were coming out for us, and I pulled the oracle cards in the beginning to try to have these readings go by a little bit faster because I am chatty. And, my attention span does not last that long, to be honest with you. So the fact that some of you guys stay in the whole reading that I'm doing for 30 or 45 minutes, I love you. Thank you for supporting me. All right, let's get started. So the first chakra out was the sacral chakra, which I was not surprised about, okay? This month, you are going to find enjoyment, beauty, your sensuality. And some you may be indulging. So I'm going to say when we have the sacral chakra coming out, there may be some extra indulgences. I'm going to say this. Last month, I indulged myself. I did nothing that I did not want to do. And I did everything that I wanted to do. And this month, I plan to do the same thing. And this is because we find our enjoyment through indulgences at times. Sometimes we may overly indulge in liquor, alcohol, or food. Okay, and those things can bring somewhat of a pleasure, but there's usually, some sort of aftermath that comes through. But when you indulge in your wants and your needs and your desires and you honor that part, you bring in the enjoyment of your life. There's a completion that is happening with you through this time, through your sacral chakra, honoring that sacral part of yourself, honoring the what it is that you want to do, honoring your emotions and how they flow. And this is for masculine and feminine. For the masculine, please, if you are listening, honor your emotions. Okay, that's how you heal. A lot of men think that they cannot honor their emotions. A lot of women believe that they cannot honor their emotions if you're in that masculine energy as well, okay? I learned last month that I have been mostly in my masculine energy my whole life, and I'm rarely in my feminine energy. But I desire, at the age that I am now, to only fully be in my feminine energy and to move away from the masculine energy of always having to do, go, fix, never really honoring my emotions. And so when we indulge ourselves in our desires, when we and that's where we will find our enjoyment. So you will find beauty this month. You will find more of your sensuality, more of your essence coming through this month. Okay, but there is a completion, and there has been the sacral chakra has been out of balance. All right, here we have forgiveness, the heart chakra. I'm not surprised that this came out. Letting go, healing, growth, and compassion. Yeah. And there's the dandelion. Sorry, you guys. I'm when I see this in the camera, I'm like, oh, you see more in the camera, okay? There's the dandelion. I love it. Make a wish. All right, listen. I love dandelions. Don't ask me why. They're just little weeds. But when I was a kid, I used to blow on them. You're letting go this month. You're healing, your growth, your compassion. You're having more compassion with yourself. For some of you guys, this is even kind of feeling like the caregiver reading that I just did. You're healing. There is growth taking place. You're making wishes. You know, there's the rainbow. So again, the transformation that you guys have been going through, the shifting, the tower moments, the headaches I'm hearing, the disputes I'm hearing for some, you know, it's moving away. It's letting go. But you are guided to let go. You are guided to, you know, focus in the sense of what it is that you're angry about. Find the source of that. Find the root of it. Find what are you sad about, right? Find the root of that. You know, and again, I'm going to remind you guys, this is about forgiveness of yourself this month. Guilt, shame, you know, some of us may feel that the healing takes place of forgiveness if you've been in a relationship for a while or a long time. And you have been kind of taking the brunt of things and you've been feeling a certain type of way about yourself, right? Or you feel like you got played or you feel like a fool or whatever that is. You know, it's all about forgiving yourself. You didn't know. You know, but there is, and holding yourself with compassion for those of you guys that may have had words of choices that were not, you feel in alignment of you, or, you know, you may have spoken things that were hurtful. You know, there is this level of holding compassion for yourself, right? But you're needing to let go. You're needing to let go of the guilt. Some of us are needing to let go of shame. So the shadow aspects of our inner child, right? Some, you know, the inner child calls to us. The inner child comes to us to hold and embrace and to say, I need this from you, right? I need you to make me feel safe. I need you to know that shame and guilt is not your fault because you were innocent. You know, you didn't know any better. Or you were confused, or you were coming from a place of fear, or you were coming from a place, and again, these are shadow aspects, okay? But holding yourself in compassion this month is going to be of ever so importance, and pouring into yourself is going to be ever so important. Indulging yourself, finding your enjoyment, honoring your desires, you guys, which a lot of us don't do. It's going to bring in growth. And here we have stability, harmony, peace, and fluidity. And I love this because at the end of this month, you're going to find the emotional balances. And look, we have 2 rainbows, right? And these are ascension rainbows to me. You're ascending this month. You are transforming this month, you know, and it's going to bring you into that completion, finding, again, your enjoyment, the beauty, the sensuality, the harmony that you are looking for, the peace, the stability, right? You know, things moving fluidly. This is you guys getting into your feminine energy this month, right? It's about moving away from the masculine energy and moving fully into the feminine energy. And again, masculine energy does not, I mean, for the masculines out here, it does not mean you got to cry and, you know, do all that stuff. It literally means honoring your friggin' emotions. Literally, honor your emotions. Where are you? What do you feel? What are your desires? A lot of men sacrifice their wants and their needs to be, you know, not looked upon as leaving their family or leaving a situation or a job or whatever. But you're not honoring yourself. You know, you're not honoring your emotions. You know, we push them down. For the feminines that are in their masculine energy like myself, this is, you know, important to understand how we move into that feminine energy of flow, forgiveness, compassion for yourself. You know, we have the full moon energy coming up in Aries this weekend, and that is a beautiful time to forgive And as you forgive, you're healing. There's growth. Holding yourself in compassion, brings in that stability, brings in peace and more fluid and emotional balance. And then you find the enjoyment, you guys, all right? So the overall energy of this month is beautiful and caging. Your heart has been locked in a cage. Your heart chakra, which is expanding this month, right? It is moving into this expansion energy this month for healing. It's been locked away long enough. It is time for you to let go of the guilt. It is time for you to let go of the shame. It is time for you to let go and open your heart for the abundance, for the emotional balance that you are desiring and looking for the healing that has already taken place. All you got to do is, turn the key, right? Okay. But this is about you making action to heal, right? To let go of what you're truly locking away, which is you. It's your healing. It's not forgiveness of somebody else, not who wronged you, not your dad, not your mom, not your brother, not your sister, not your spouse, not your friend, not your boyfriend, right? Not your husband, not your wife. I think I mentioned everybody already, right? This is not about forgiving them. This is not about forgiving the situation. This is about forgiving yourself. A lot of you guys collectively are holding on to something that either you are ashamed of, that you feel guilty over, that you feel like it was your fault. Some of you guys feel guilty over the way that you may have mistreated somebody or a situation or a circumstance. Some of us are feeling that we are not ready to open our hearts for others to wound or to damage, right? Because we played a fool. Because we opened our heart and gave it to somebody that wasn't worth having it. But that's not the case, right? There's no mistakes in love. There's no mistakes in relationships. There's no mistakes in your journey. Our journey is for our self-growth. It is for healing. It is for understanding the inner child wounds that truly play a part of why your heart has been locked away, why you have been feeling emotionally out of balance. Is because your heart has been in this cage. And Spirit is saying it's been in here too long. It's time to let go. For some of you guys, this has been since May that you have been feeling this energy of guarding your heart, of hurts, of pains, of sorrows, of emotionally out of balancing, of your heart hurting, of feeling lost and alone. And what Spirit is saying, that this time is yours to take back, to honor yourself. And the last part sometimes of our shadow work that we do as we move through all of our shadow work is to hold compassion, is to forgive yourself. And sometimes you may not even know what you need to forgive or how. One of the things that I encourage, if you meditate, is to sit in meditation, write out, your intentions of what you're intending to experience in that guided meditation. You can find those on YouTube's. There's Instatimer. There's many different apps and things that you can utilize to use to kind of get into silence and, place your hands on your heart and sit with your heart. Breathe into your heart space. Focus on that heart opening and expanding, feeling the breath move in and out and allowing light to circulate in and out of your heart space until you feel it opening. And setting the intention to release what is holding you back. And some may find, you may think you're ashamed or feeling guilty of something, that you did not even know that you're still holding on to. And it's the last of your shadow work of letting go, of forgiving yourself, of holding yourself in compassion. This month, you guys are moving out of the bear spirit healing. You guys are moving out of the north direction. The north direction brings us into hibernation. So a lot of us have been hibernating. I know that I am, and Spirit says that I am still guided to do that. Spirit says that I'm meant to work, which I thought was interesting, but I am meant to still be somewhat in isolation. And this is moving through my healing portion of my journey, because I can tell you that this resonates with me very well. I believe it was last week or a couple of weeks ago, I was in silence and not really meditating, because at times when we're going through these things, we don't really always meditate or sit in silence. And the last of it was my healing portion was forgiving myself. going within and understanding that I was forgiving other people. I was holding space for other people as they went through their, transformation. Because when you are a light being, at times you can see what other people's struggles and obstacles and challenges are and can kind of hold space for that. But was I holding space for myself? And so I was getting angry at people and enraged at people and situations and feeling completely out of alignment, because of needing to pull my energy back. So when I went into solitude, when I went into that north direction, which is hibernation time, as you know, the bear hibernates during this time. This was my healing time to understand that compassion and healing that I was giving to everybody else was needed for myself. The most important part of this journey was to forgive myself for feeling like a fool, or forgiving myself for doubting my own self. Sometimes we doubt our guidance in ourselves, and it leads us to a direction that we're like, fuck, if I listened to myself, I wouldn't be here, or in the situation, or if I had just did what I thought I needed to do, so there's a lot of that forgiveness with self. But again, we're still growing, we're still developing. So, you guys coming in from September, coming into October, you're still moving into this energy of healing that bear spirit. So a lot of you guys may find yourself moving into solitude, moving into the a hibernation, disconnecting from social media, disconnecting from people, disconnecting from situations, because this is going to help you find your harmony, find your emotional balance, unlocking your heart for your desire, for what it is that you want and truly want, what it is that you want and truly desire in your life. And so a lot of us are moving into this hibernation time. And this may be for the whole month. This may be for part of the month, but you are guided to disconnect. You are guided, if you have been feeling the pull, don't be scared of moving into wanting to be alone, because this is the time that you're going to connect the most with source, with the creator. This is the time that you're going to connect most with yourself. And in Mercury in retrograde, what that brings up is issues around relationships, issues around work, issues of things that are out of alignment. So it's like focus point of these things, but there's nothing we can do about making these changes. Now this month is about looking back at what the Mercury retrograde was showing you about your relationships, about your communication, about your, your shadows that were coming up, wounds, abandonment, rejection, right? Fear, doubt, lack, all of those things that may have been playing that want you to pull back, because you're meant to find your balance within your relationships with yourself, placing boundaries with yourself, forgiving yourself. So as you are coming into this north direction, right, of healing, of hibernation, of disconnect, don't be afraid, because you're moving into this transformation. You're a butterfly spirit. Your transformation is occurring this month. You are transforming. For those of you guys that find that you're getting pulled out of that and moving into this transformation, you may feel like, okay, I've been hibernation long enough, right? And now it's time, you're going to feel this transformation period. You're going to feel things internally shifting, because what Spirit is showing you is that you are needing to stand in your truth of what it is that you want. We waste so much time living for everybody else. We make decisions based upon everybody else. When is it your turn? So butterfly spirit transformation. So as you're moving into this healing, your heart chakra is opening. You're being beautifully uncaging, okay? Beautiful uncaging is occurring for you. Your heart is going to be unlocked this month. Finally, it's going to expand, and you're going to find the emotional balance that you need, because you are going through your transformation process. All right? Some of you guys may find during your transformation process that you have your heart still locked up until the end of this month, which is fine. Whatever your transformation process that's occurring, it is. But the butterfly spirit, you go through the stages of the transformation, and here you are being open. You got your butterfly wings. You're getting ready to take flight. You have a little bit more growth, a little bit more healing. Like I said, this is the last part of your shadow work, you guys. So you're going to see the light. You're going to see the things that are taking shape for you. You're going to see the miracles, the abundance, the things that you have been manifesting in your life as you continue to make decisions for yourself. But for those of you guys are going to know what this healing, solitude, hibernation time is bringing you. Last but not least, your oracle guidance is rainbow, waterfall, miracles. Look at that. We got rainbows all up and down this reading, yo. And there's the butterfly. So when you have finished your transformation this month, you're going to know it. You know why? Because the rainbow. And you may see rainbows this month for you guys. Be on the lookout for rainbows, because reminding you, blessings are coming. Abundance is coming. Miracles are coming after the rain, right? After the storm passes, miracles happen. After the rain. There's another butterfly. I didn't even see that one. Probably gonna miss a couple of them because I don't have my glasses on. There's another one, right? I just got that song. I forget what it's. After the rain. I have a horrible voice, so you have to excuse me, right? After the rain, after the pain. Okay. That's that. I don't know why that song just. What is that? Well, who sings that song? Oh my gosh. Oh, it's old school, but y'all will know. After the rain. Still call me baby, and after the pain. Okay. Oh yeah, I still love you like I do, but I do wish I did like that. All right, so I'm sorry that y'all had to hear that. Anyway, Rainbow Waterfalls, you have miracles coming. There's abundance. After your transformation, when you take flight, you are still in this cocoon phase. You are almost finished, okay? The last part of this journey, you guys, journey work is for you guys to literally transform. Right? You're healing yourself by holding yourself in compassion, honoring yourself, finding what you desire, and you're going to find this in this time of hibernation. You're going to find this time in time of solitude. Your transformation is going to occur. I feel like this is going to be a lot more gentle than what we've been experiencing this year. When you feeling this, well, actually, let me rephrase. I'm not going to say gentle. I think a lot of us have been going through some traumas and transformation. But here's what my impression. My impression is this, right? That you guys are moving through this transformation period. And during this transformation period that you guys we have all been going through for a while now, okay? Could be since, March of this year, April of this year, for some, May of this year, for others, right? And I feel like in the last month, there was a lot of emotional imbalance, okay? In the month of September, that was bringing you into this feeling of retreat. But maybe you didn't retreat. I retreated. My black ass went into solitary straight up. And I was like, whoop, I'm going to pull my energy back because I'm angry. I'm enraged. I'm fucking shit up. Not a good thing. Right. And I need to pull my energy back because one, I needed to forgive people. And then when I was still not feeling in alignment, the last part of that was forgiving myself. And when the tears came, when the understanding came, when the release came, I felt more. And then I began to feel my shift. And then here's the transformation that's occurring, right? As we move through the transformation, as we are getting ready to take flight, as you take flight as this butterfly, you're moving into your miracles after the rain. So the rain is still coming for some of us this month, and we still have to kind of move through it. But, we're moving through that, okay? All right. Let's see what your moon guide. Let's see what the spirit guidance is. All right, what's Spirit's guidance for the collective for this month, please? October. And last, thank you. And we do have the full moon in Aries, by the way. For some that are doing tropical astrology, it's the full moon in Aries. For others that are doing the sidereal astrology, I don't know what it is. I think it's Virgo, but I'm not sure. At least, or maybe it's a new moon in Virgo that's happening this month. Or new moon in Libra will be happening this month because everything is always like a time behind. All right, so your guidance for this month, you guys, is, man, be proud of yourself. Last quarter, moon in Taurus. Whoop, in Taurus, okay? Be proud of yourself. Be proud of your accomplishments. Again, you guys are at the end. You guys are in your transformation. And when your transformation happens, there are miracles happening. So I know this may feel for some of you guys that it's dark, it's heavy. When we go through the transformation, this is where it's not always easy. It hurts. If you ever look at the damn caterpillar, that does not look fun to be. Though you're a beautiful butterfly, when it's over, to get to that beautiful butterfly stage, it does not look easy. Okay, you guys have had hardships. You guys have had obstacles and challenges. You guys have been through a lot this year. Be proud of how far you have come. Be proud of the gains that you have made, the growth that has occurred. Look back 6 months from now. Are you handling the situations the same? Are you looking at people differently? Are you trying to make adjustments in your life for the betterment of you? Right? You know, are you still dealing with the same bullshit? Right? You know what I mean? Are you learning to honor yourself? Are you learning to stand in your truth? Be proud of yourself because you have done all of those things. Even if they're small changes, these are still big gains. So the last quarter moon in Taurus, right? Taurus, look at you. Look at how you're sitting underneath this tree, right? Holding your drink in your hand, whether that's a beer, some wine, some liquor, whatever, right? Look at this beautiful moon. And what Spirit is saying, be proud of yourself, okay? Be proud of yourself this month. How far you've come. We have the full moon in Scorpio. The full moon is going to be significant this month, okay? I'm just letting you know. So this full moon in Aries is coming up this weekend, you guys. It would be great for you guys to literally, release, manifest, write a letter to God, like I said. Full moon in Scorpio, breathe through the tension. The last, and Scorpio is sex, death, and transformation. Okay, you guys? So as you guys are moving through your ascension process, your journey, your transformation process to get to the place of your harmony, your fluidity, your peace. I don't know. That's what I've been manifesting, is peace, right? There's a little bit of that transformation process because you still have a little bit of ways to go. So breathe through the tension that may be coming up. We have the full moon in Scorpio. Breathe through the tension because I do feel like after the full moon is over, you're going to start seeing the balance and the miracles. And then we have the full moon in Aries. Whoop, whoop. And, the full moon in Aries can bring in some fiery temper. So again, this is a collective reading for the month. So some of you guys may be in this place of using your voice and saying some things that you really don't mean. And that can be where that forgiveness is needing to come in, right? That may be where that forgiveness is needing to come in for you guys is through that. Or again, you may find that your emotions are cooling this month after the full moon energy, that you've had to honor the anger. Like I said, the rage that was coming out was allowing me to understand what it was that I was really angry about. And it wasn't really the person. I'm not going to say that or the situation, but I can say that it was more of me choosing to not live in my authentic truth, right? Okay. And so when that truth came out, I was like, ooh, okay. It's not always about everybody else. Sometimes it can be about us. But some of you guys are going to have your, Aries, you have fire energy, right? So you got fire energy, these fire energies here. So full moon in Aries, cool your emotions, right? Breathe through the tension with the Scorpio energy, that water element, and be proud of yourself with the earth energy. So you do have, getting grounded and being proud of yourself, remembering, during this healing time, during this solitude time, to remind yourself of all the gains and the things that you have been through, right? During this transformation time that you're going to be going through maybe mid-month, breathe through the tension, learn to breathe through it, okay? Not be so responsive and reactive. And then we do have miracles, again, coming in that's bringing you emotional balance, peace, fluidity. And this is going to be, as you temper your emotions, because again, you're going to figure out what it is that you are truly angry about, okay? So let's look at the full moon affirmation cards, Spirit. Affirmation cards. And one more, thank you. All right, so let's see. I am magnetic to what I want. I repel what I don't want. That is where that's where you're going, right? This is where you've been going. This is where the beautiful engaging is coming in, that transformation, right? I am magnetic to what I want. I repel what I don't want. So again, a lot of you guys have been going through these relationships and things like that, and you are learning what it is that you want and desire. You're manifesting this month, those connections or those situations or jobs or situations that you want, that you're wanting and desiring because you're stepping more into your truth. You're honoring more of yourself this month. You are becoming unapologetically you, right? And as you forgive yourself for not honoring yourself, for not speaking your truth, living your truth, doing the things that you needed to do for you, okay? You need to forgive yourself for that. Because, you're right where you're supposed to be. Everything that is taking place in your life is not a mistake. It's right where it's supposed to be. Every day I focus on what is important. That's the waxing gibbous, okay? So every day you focus on what is important. So every day, what is important? I'm asking you. And I hope that you said you, right? I hope that you said that you are important. And that's who you need to focus on. Life is conspiring for me. Last quarter moon. Yes, and you hear that saying all the time, right? Through your obstacles, challenges, through your transformation process, things that may not be working out. Spirit can be saying life is challenging, right? Life is conspiring for me. One of the things that I have been reminded from Spirit to say, and I had to write this down, I think in my journal last week, was a reminder that life is not happening to me, it's happening for me. These things in my life are not happening to me because they're not against me, right? These things are happening for me, for my growth, for my evolution, for my transcendence, for my evolution, for my ascension. To be a light, to be able to anchor in through the darkness. My job as a shamanic coach, or living the shamanic life or the shamanic journey, or my mission is to help through the transformation process that we go through. And the transformation process is the dark. It is the depths. It is the places that we don't want to dive into. And it's where I always seem to go. Last month I was tired though. I said, I'm tired. Y'all better give your sister a break, right? Okay. All right, you guys. So I hope that leaves you guys with some guidance for this month. Please, I always love to hear feedback. I love to hear feedback. So let me know what you feedback is, or, come back at the end of the month and let me know how your month went. If this resonated for you, I'd love to hear feedback from you guys. And for those of you guys that are new, make sure that you subscribe and like the channel so that you guys know when I am going to be having future readings. All right, you guys, trust the process and trust the journey, and I will see you guys next time. Bye now.